What's up everyone, this is Schirach talking, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll show you how to defeat battle with Schirach attacks. And this new event has a fight versus Schirach that uses a lot of shadow spells, but also slash, blunt, cold, and lightning. I believe that cold and lightning are the second and third most used elements, and there are also ailments. Mostly poison, but also stun and paralyze. Schirach also has a direct attack that can also trigger a new skill that will debuff your will. If you have a counter character, every 4 turns Schirach will use that, and then you can stop the AoE skill that debuffs will. It's bad to be debuffed in this fight because she uses spells and that will land to more damage and also more chance of being inflicted with ailments. Even using the best ailment buffers, this fight is insane. You have to debuff intelligence for Schirach to as high as possible, or you need to bring someone like Byunei and a very good debuffer as well. Okay, so let's discuss this fight. We are using the new formation Elemental Shutter. This one is a very good formation because it decreases elemental damage by 50% while still buffing will. That really helps decrease damage taken in this fight because it is very high. My debuffer of choice was Esper because you also need to buff break this boss. Esper and Paulo's work exactly the same, and you can also use someone like the newest Acelus and J-Mew. Even James may work, but then you have to buff break with someone else. Okay, besides, the other very important character is Byunei, because Byunei has this skill, Soryu Elegant Wind Blade, that buffs your action order. But she also buffs ailment resistance and allows you to buff ailment resistance when hit. That is going to lead to very high resistance rates, but if she debuffs your will, you can still get inflicted with ailments. But that's when Forneus gets in the game. Forneus removes all debuffs on the end of turn, so that really helps. He also gets lots of good defensive effects. He buffs the party. Much like Leon is also buffing the party, then he also gives BP via his Imperial Sun Sword. Esper is also very useful here because her chase with Psychic Hunt will give you extra BP. And my damage dealer here is Therese because Schirach is weak to Blunt and Pierce. Therese is being helped by Forneus to increase her damage output, and I'll be using Frozen Arrows. Now let's discuss some replacements. If you don't want to use someone like Forneus, Schirach works. Then, if you don't want to use someone like Leon, you can also use someone like Albert. You could also use Schirach. You can also use Darius. Instead of Byunei, you have Muse as a possible unit as well. Instead of Therese, you can run Sumir. Sumir is a strong defensive unit. There is also Leon, but he will not help defensively. And Therese does help a lot defensively. She even buffs Endurance and Will when she's attacking. There's also Empress that will work. You can use her shield on turn 4 and 8. They are the hardest turns for this fight. I guess those are very good contenders. I'll be making a second video with different characters as well, so you can watch later. As for equipments, I try to decrease the elemental damage from Shadow mostly, but Lightning and Cold, and the Slash and Blunt physical types. You can see that my characters are even sometimes weak to Pierce because there's no Pierce damage in this fight. And if you have good equipment, other character that works super well here is Katarina, but you have to decide which other companions you're gonna use. Another good damage dealer that helps is Tatiana. It deals a lot of damage. And Goddess with her Summer style even. You don't need the newest one because the newest one is based on Sun and Heat. Now that the fight started, Therese will be using Frozen Arrows, and Esper can use her Psychic Hunt on turn 1. You can see that Schirach will be buffing her Intelligence on start of turn, so you can debuff, but turn 1 is not really necessary yet. I'll try to get some BP by the use of Psychic Hunt. She keeps getting hit ups on all turns, and she also gets Elemental Enhance for Cold, Lightning, and Shadow. This is how she also counters your defense boosts by having attack boosts and elemental enhance. She also removes the buffs by the start of turn. Okay, so Psychic Hunt. I will use Imperial Sun Sword. Byunei will be using her second skill first, Mirage Dragon. And Forneus, well, there's stuff about Forneus that you can use Water Fan Flow, right on start. This will increase the damage of Therese, for example, and also give you a chance of defense boost. Then later I will be using his fourfold vortex to give extra BP, and his skill tree to apply guard up and defense boost. Remember that Schirach will do a lot of damage on turn 4, so be prepared to use something to decrease damage on turn 4. Like having the skill tree from Forneus available will be very important. Schirach also has fast skills here and there. That's something that you cannot avoid. Okay, nice. We got some extra BP because of Psychic Hunt, and now it's time to start using Witch Trick. Leon doesn't have EP, he uses Merciful Light, even if you don't need to heal. Then Soryu Elegant Wind Blade, the second Water Fin Flow on Therese again, because she will be the main damage dealer. Remember that Forneus allows cold attacks to boost cold damage and also to apply a defense boost of small effect. Well, in this squad it's just about Forneus and Therese, but it already helps a ton. And it's useful because Forneus is not here just for the cold damage increase, he's also here because of the debuff cleans, the defense, and he also increases Therese damage, so it goes both ways. Didn't get poisoned, that's already a good sign. We are being hit and increasing status in ailment resistance. When she uses buff break by the end of turn 2, it does not affect the ailment resistance buffs that you applied. At least that's what I know. Now, Therese is on overdrive. She can use frozen arrows already if you want, or you can save. Well, the defense boost that she applies lasts for 2 turns, so I would say use it. Witch Trick, and then Imperial Sun's Word, another Soryu Elegant Blade. And now I can use fourfold vortex and then Tempest Veil on the next turn. Tempest Veil cast defense boost and guard up. Guard up does not stack, but if you use 2 Tempest Veils in a row, you can at least stack the defense boost part of the skill. That's a fast skill. Water Jet is fast. I placed Therese and Esper in the front line because they have lower will than the other characters. Therese is super good defensively. I would have placed it Forneus instead of Esper in the front, but she needed the extra will. We got poisoned. That's bad. And I need to heal Esper, I believe. Not enough for overdrive yet with her, but everyone else has overdrive. I won't be healing now. But I have to cast Tempest Veil. Chase it as well, that's nice. Extra BP. The 5 weakness you saw. Euthanize, just self-buffed intelligence. Buff break. Yeah, she cheats a little on this turn. The Dark Nebula that debuffs or will. But that's the end. Dark Nebula finishes the combo. That's why I said if you have a counter character, it will stop Dark Nebula from happening. But we are not dead. That's okay. Frozen Arrows will buff Endurance and Will. That's nice that we have it right after. And we can also heal with Merciful Light. We're going to get another charge in a few. Fourfold Vortex. If you don't have Fourfold Vortex, it's okay. I'm just using it to generate extra BP with my Forneus. LBP is not a problem anymore. For a while. So many ailment resistance buffs. Therese didn't get into overdrive yet. Back to Tempest Veil. If only Therese had got to overdrive. Well, if you were running Darius may have been enough to get Therese to overdrive in that point. Okay, now we got a hit so many times, we have full overdrive. Let us go. Back to Fourfold Vortex. That's the last time I can cast this skill. See how the damage is scaled. If she gets to OG again next turn, damage will be insane. But that depends on how many times she gets hit. We got. That's amazing. Let's go, Therese. And Tempest Veil. This is the turn where Schirach is gonna do a lot of damage again. It's turn 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, like that. This fight will probably stop by turn 12, but we'll see. You can see the HP gauge depleting fastly with each hit now. Very nice that we use it with Strict, but she can use Eutanize. That will buff her intelligence. She will defy weakness. Yes. So stops debuffs, self-buff, and then buff breaks you. That's why ailment resistances are also very good here. Dark Nebula, but that's also the end of her chases. Buff break also stops a little bit of your damage, but that's okay. We still have a lot of cold attack boosts, so I'm gonna use Overdrive anyway. I'm gonna use Merciful Light here. And from this turn onwards, System Pass Veil every turn with Forneus. He just has enough PP to keep casting. See, even after we got buff broke, the damage is still good. Decreased it a little, but you can still see the HP gauge moving. See how she can debuff our agility and will, meaning that our will is not that high. We try to counter that part by help of Leon, by help of Forneus, but man, it's still hard. We got to Overdrive again. This is a very good turn, because we have 4 characters on Overdrive. We self-buff it a lot too. There is buffing defenses every hit. I mean, every attack of her Overdrive. The attack has 2 hits, so it's not every hit. So you get the idea. She is probably the best damage dealer for this fight. You have Forneus. They complement each other. Well, the fight may even end on the next turn. We get to Overdrive again, that is. Yeah, we didn't get to Overdrive. But we got close. No, not even close. But if we don't finish this turn, we'll finish in the another. Let me use even Imperial Glory to see if we can do this. Maybe if Byunei chases. It doesn't matter. Fight is over. It's good that it doesn't last for too long. Some of the recent hard challenges videos were 30 minutes long. This one will be 20 minutes long. It's okay. But, well, depends on your squad. Fast skill. With double strike. Only win if Byunei chases, and even then I'm not sure. She did. Esper is gonna hit the final blow. Well, that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will release another one with a different squad. Say here in the comments the one that you use it, and if you want to support the channel, there are links in the description. I hope to see you soon on the next one. Goodbye.